Welcome back, familiar to NorthsideLDN. Today we've got Deji Spurs. I know you can already see him smirking already. This field of puta is going to start. Listen, Deji has been holding a lot of smoke this season. He's been saying a lot about Arsenal. And yeah, it's time to chat. How you doing, Deji, bro? What are you saying, bro?
Northside, it's a pleasure to see you again. And the first thing I want to say is chin up, because the last time that me and you we spoke, you were in Marbella or something, with you in your bedroom, Lee Gunner. You were warned, because I think you guys were shaking your bum because you beat my club in the North London derby. But the truth is, what is it to to win and do nothing with it? Do you get me? And I think there's a lot for us to talk about. Big up to everyone locked on. I'm in a given mood. Tonight it's going to be an epic show, so smash up the lights for my guy Northside, because we need some positivity to come his way. But let's get into it. After all that bluster, after all that hot air, what did Arsenal achieve? What did you achieve? You achieved nothing. You got Champions League football. You won no trophy. You finished second, and you almost got slapped up by Everton at home. That was what was so ironic. The Everton game that should have been light work ended up being the battle of the season, and it took you in the last minute to kind of get your goal. So big up to everyone locked in, locked on. The truth is, though, in life, Northside, because I think this is going to have to be a life lesson for you. When you've got an opportunity, just seize it. And I know you speak Portuguese, so you probably understand this. It's called carpe diem. You know what carpe diem means, my bro? It means seize the day. Yeah? Latin. Yeah? Porcaria, caramba. All of them things there. I'm giving it to you, yeah? Seize the day. Now, the truth is, this was the season for Arsenal to win the league. And I think every Arsenal fan up and down the country, from Australia to bloody Hawaii, knows that Arsenal was supposed to win the league this season. Because this Man City team, out of the 4 seasons that they've won the Prem, this is by far the dustiest Man City team that I've seen. They did not replace Gundogan. Yeah? We can see that. They did not replace Mahrez. Don't let them lie to you. Arsenal had the best attack, most goals scored, and best defense. If you have the most goals and you've got the best defense, that usually means you win the league. It's that simple. You are the best team. But Arsenal did something Spursy. You had the best stats and you still didn't win. Now, the reason why I am worried, like legitly, this wouldn't be fun, peeps, if we didn't have the protagonists. You know, we didn't have the villain and the heroes. Like a movie. You always have villains and you have heroes. Yeah? This wouldn't be interesting if Arsenal were so good. We're so good. But then these men are failing us. But you know what the problem is, though? Jokes aside, this is what I started thinking about last week. And I started to become concerned. Because these conversations that we have, and the only reason why we talk is because your team is doing what they're doing. If your team ain't doing what it's doing, I'm not so sure that our friendship would allow us to meet as regularly as we do. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I have hardly spoken to a Man U fan this season. I've hardly spoken to a Chelsea fan this season. And we run the risk of me and you not catching up next season. And let me tell you why. When you finish second, it can be quite draining, bro. No side.
Can't you see man's drained, bro? Look at my face, bro.
It's draining because you put all that energy, all that adrenaline, And then it was for what? And in football, I saw Tottenham when we got to the Champions League final, we were drained. That's the reason why we were struggling in the beginning of that season. We were drained, we were wiped out. Now, Arsenal, have finished second twice. I'm not sure whether you, man, have it in you, to mount another challenge. Where's that energy going to come from? Where is it? Who's going to give it to them? I'm not. Arteta's coming out saying, "Don't worry, we're going to win it." No. How is he so sure? How is he so sure that
do you want me to play it? I can play it. Let me play it. Let me play what he said.
Play it.
Let me play what Arteta said. I don't want to be done by copyright because it's on TNT Sports. So I'm just going to play the audio, yeah?
Because you started believing, you started to be patient, you started to understand what we were trying to do, and all the credit has to go to 10 players. That is unbelievable. I think now it's time to have a break, think, reflect, and please keep pushing, keep inspiring this team. Don't be satisfied because we want much more than that, and we're gonna get it.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. How's he gonna get it, Northside? Because let's be real, Chelsea, from what we can see, is gonna improve. Part of the reason why you were able to do what you were able to do was because your Man United was dusty, Chelsea was dusty, and if you really want to go there, you could even say towards the end of the season, my club was dusty. Chelsea now are coming through. Man U will be improving. You never know. Arne Slot, Klopp's talking about he's left a solid foundation for my man. Maybe Arnie picks up from where Klopp lets off. And I can tell you now, Postecoglou with my club is going to fix things. They've already agreed that we're getting rid of all the dead wood and we're bringing in a bag of new players this summer. So it's going to be harder for you, man. This is why you needed to cut the M. This is why you not needed to seize the day. And you haven't, bro. You didn't seize the day. And I'm going to tell you now, live and direct, and I'm going to tell Lee Gunner later in the week. That's it for you, man. That is it. You didn't win. It's over. It's over now. It's completely over, bro. I would go as far as this. Football is about momentum. It's about momentum. The momentum from the All or Nothing series is what followed you last season that gave you second, and you kept that momentum, and now the flame is out. Arsenal fans, I'm not going to lie to you. I think Tottenham have more chance of... I think Tottenham will win the Prem before Arsenal now. Why? People say, Dej, why are you chatting it? It's another wild statement. It's not a wild statement. It's about momentum. We are on the up. You, man, have stagnated. That's what it is. This season is not... they talk about whether Arsenal have shown progress or success. So we talk about success. Success is when you win trophies. And I said to Lee, and I said to you, man, maybe we need to consider that maybe Arsenal is progressing. You, man, finishing second last season was progress. A step forward. And no one can knock it. I don't give a damn. You can't knock it. Lee can't knock it because you, man, finished second. But this season, I think it's fair to say that you, man, stagnated. You flatlined. Flatlined. Didn't do nothing. If you had won a trophy, then...
I agree with you when you said about stagnation. I said the same thing. Finishing second to me is like your car being on neutral. You ain't got nowhere. You stayed exactly where you was. Yeah? So it's not growth, but it's not regression. But the fact is, it's not growth. So I agree with you on that. You saying that you guys are going to win the league before us, I got to disagree with you when you say that. Bro. I think with that one, you're taking too far because your manager this season has continued with the high line and it's cost you. Yes, you won your last game, but at the same time, We are yet to see if he can play a different style of football. We haven't seen it yet. We don't know. Second of all, your ownership doesn't spend as much money as we do. Yeah, and I'm not saying that Arsenal are going to win the league, but to say that Spurs are going to win the league before us, you got rid of Kane, you didn't replace him. A lot of your team do need to be moved on. We will see if you get it done. A lot of times you haven't backed your managers. You didn't back Conte. You didn't back Mourinho. Not enough for the type of managers that they are, checkbook managers that need proven winners. You didn't back Poch when he got you to a Champions League final. So you're still under the same ownership. So for you to say that you're going to win it before us, I get that Arsenal are stagnated and we have bottled the league, and I agree with you on that. But I haven't seen anything amazing from Tottenham to say the ownership has changed. Because even when your team was getting coached well by Poch, he wasn't backed.
You're right. And I've given you the reasons for that. And there's people like Saba will come out and start chatting shit. And I'll be real. And I'll tell you why I think. You see, you got to understand that Daniel Levy is in a win-win. If it doesn't work, he just gets rid of you, brings someone else in. And if it works, then he's seen as a hero. Let me give you a reason. When we brought in Pochettino, nobody thought that Tottenham would finish third. Nobody thought that Tottenham would finish second one season. And I'm telling you this, nobody thought or even foresaw Tottenham getting to a Champions League final, but they did. Point being, if Postecoglou brings in the players that he needs, he don't need big name stars. We need a couple signings like Van de Ven to get cooking. Now, the thing I said to you last, that what Arteta is benefiting from, that our Postecoglou ain't benefiting from, is simply that you've had more time. Arteta's had more time with his squad. And I coined this phrase with you the last time we spoke about test and learn. Test and learn being that sometimes when you have adversity, are you able to play certain men in certain positions to stem the kind of madness? So, for example, if Arsenal go to 10 men, Arteta knows exactly what to do, what subs to make to still get the game over the line. That comes with time. He wouldn't have been able to make the right decisions in your first season. No, he didn't know the players well enough. He didn't have the right players around him, and he wasn't able to switch it up. What I saw with Postecoglou is that where people were criticizing him and saying that this brother doesn't adapt, he's been adapting. He's been trying to learn. He's been trying to work it out. Maybe it took a while, but we got there. Case in point, Van de Ven. Nobody thought that Van de Ven could play left back, but he tried it out against Burnley, and hey, he played left back even against City. He didn't have a bad game. And he played left back again against Sheffield United, and he did all right. Case in point, if we lose your doggy next season, guess who's going left back? Van de Ven. That comes from testing and learning. If we didn't have this situation, we wouldn't have learned that that was possible. The same with Kulusevski playing in the number 10 role as a replacement for Madders. Do you understand? So what I'm seeing with my manager is that he's trying stuff with the players and he's trying to enforce his football. Any neutral that saw the game against City, even you, man was secretly smiling and shaking your bum when you saw Tottenham popping Man City in that first half. We weren't able to get it over the line because we didn't have the right players on the pitch. But Man City had their full squad and they didn't know what to do. They were rattled, my brother. So if we bring in Postecoglou style players, add 4 or 5, because we're going to need 4 or 5 this summer, we're going to cook. I'm not saying that Tottenham is going to win the league next season or the season after. The thing I'm saying is we may win the season before you, because where you had your opportunity to win and you didn't take it, the only way is down. And that's why I'm saying that Spurs are more likely to win it than you, man.
Yo, Deji, Forward wants the link, so I'm sending him the link there. Oh, you can't see his thing. The link is there, yeah? Forward, yeah? So you can't even come on and chat no crap about I didn't send you the link. The link is there, yeah? Cool.
That's cool.
Cool. Jump on then, and then you're going to jump on with Deji.
So this brother in the chat is saying, stop embarrassing us, Spurs G. What do you mean by embarrassing? What are you talking about? Listen to what I'm saying. Arsenal had an opportunity to win. They didn't take it. Do you think Do you know how hard it is? Look at Northside. He's devoid of any energy. He can hardly speak. The reason why he can hardly speak is because his adrenaline is gone. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's the same thing going on with the players. And the other thing is, you man got the Euros. We got the Euros going on. So I don't see Arsenal hitting the same heights as they did this season. And for me, the way that Postecoglou is talking, he's not here to play games. This brother wants to win. Just like Arteta, he wants to win. I think he can do something. So before Arsenal fans start shaking their bum, the truth is you missed the boat. When you miss the boat, don't come back for the job. You missed your chance. The job was right there. Take it. You know what I mean? We saw your CV. We said you got the job. I'm going to call you at 5. Pick up your phone and you've got it. We called you at 5. You didn't pick up. Now the time's gone. It's 9 o'clock. Can't call you back. You've lost your opportunity. And that's all I'm saying about Arsenal. I think you men have lost your opportunity. That's all. Do you think, Northside, legitly, that this was a respectable season and that you man can somehow pick yourselves up and repeat? Like, be real. Do you think you can repeat, at least almost do similar to what you've done this season, next season? Do you think you can do that?
But I'm not happy with what we've done this season. So
no, but do you think you can do that?
No, listen, if we sign the right players, but then again, it's all about what does everybody else do? Because I agree with you. This is why I said, just because we finish second doesn't mean that automatically next season we finish second. If other teams strengthen properly, yeah, we don't know. Listen, Liverpool getting a new manager. We don't know if he's good or not. I think they're going to drop off, personally. But that doesn't mean that I think that Arsenal are going to win the league. Man City are already going to go in for Paqueta and Guimaraes. So they're strengthening. Do you know what I'm saying? They're getting rid of the players that ain't worked with, and they're going to strengthen. This is coming from City fans. And with their reputation, I believe them. They're going to come stronger. Yeah? Are we going to go and get the players that we need? Because for 2 years, I've been saying we need a clinical striker. For 2 years, I've been saying that we need a world-class number 10. Odegaard ain't good enough. For 2 years, I've been saying we need another centre-back in case our centre-back options get injured. For 2 years, I've been saying that Zinchenko ain't good enough as a left-back. And you know I've been saying that. For 2 years, I've been saying that Saka at the end of the season gets worn out. Yes, we got Declan Rice, props to Arteta. Yes, we got Trossard, props to Arteta. But it isn't enough to get over the line. We always have holes in the team. We've got a whole bench that still hasn't been addressed. And this is why, yeah, and on top of that, I question him as a manager. Bottling it in the Carabao Cup. Bottling it in the FA Cup. Bottling it against a Bayern Munich team that's dead. That Bayern Munich team is dead. Real Madrid ain't dead. City ain't dead. But that Bayern Munich team, that's dead.
That's dead for you.
You know what I'm saying? Bottling it against Unai Emery. This is down to a manager managing the game and getting the most out of the game. Going out in the transfer window and giving yourself different options off the bench. Because you've got a very like-for-like team. Like for like. All the players like for like. You can swap out Jesus, swap out Havertz. What? Both of them are not goal scorers. Both of them are good at link-up play. They're not much different to each other. Very like for like. And the majority of the other players on the bench are levels below. Fabi Vieira is levels below Odegaard. Reece Nelson, levels below Saka. Do you know what I'm saying? Zinchenko, levels below Tomiyasu. And some of these players ain't even the level. Tomiyasu isn't the level. He's a decent player, but he ain't the level. Do you get what I mean? So how am I going to be, oh yeah, Mikel Arteta is going to get it over the line? Because even if you get all your players, when we drop points in certain games this season, why are you playing Nketiah up front? Why are you dropping Havertz in the midfield? Why are you playing Zinchenko as a left back against Aston Villa? Why are you making these? These are managerial decisions that you either learn or you drown. And at the end of the day, when you're 4 years in, I'm expecting better decisions, bro. I'm expecting you to know the strengths of your players. I'm expecting you not to re-sign Nketiah to a new contract. These are things you should already been knowing, bro. This is not Ange, his first year at Tottenham, where people can say, okay, it's his first year. Mm-hmm. Because it'll get to a point with Ange as well, where you man can't be hiding behind, oh, it's his first year.
Legitly.
If he spends as much as Ben, you can't be saying, oh, but he needs his players. Do you get what I mean, bro? So any manager, bro, you can't keep running the same excuses every season, bro.
We won't though. Ange Postecoglou, I'm only giving Postecoglou the same amount of time that was afforded to Arteta. Arteta was given 3 seasons, and then in season 4 of this series, we saw a change. I'm giving Postecoglou 3 seasons, and by season 4, if Tottenham's not in the title challenge, finishing second or first, then get out my house. It's as simple as. But I am going to give him 3 seasons, because this little goldfish thing that we tend to do, chopping and changing managers every season, that's stupid. You need a long-term manager. Look at Liverpool. Look at the legacy that Klopp has left. Whether you like it or not, Klopp was up against Pep Guardiola, and he still managed to get a Prem. He got it in, and he got a Champions League in. That's all right. Mate, he's a legend, mate. He's getting a statue, mate, just for those 2 trophies. Do you get what I'm saying?
Are you giving him 3 seasons because you rate him? Are you giving Ange 3 seasons because you rate him?
I'm giving Ange 3 seasons because, bro, we've tried everything else in it. We've tried the last time. Bro. Oh, what, you know, the last time
you went half-hearted with the proven manager thing. Let's keep it real. Levy went half-hearted. Yeah. You got him in, but he didn't back it. So it's not like you got the proven manager in, threw the checkbook at it, and say, "Yo, you man are proven winners. Go win me." Then you could say we tried everything. You kind of went in with the proven manager thing half-hearted. We weren't ready for that, and the truth is we weren't ready to spend the money that they were looking for, and to be honest, Tottenham should have done a bit more research before they got them, because left to Conte, he would have been bringing in Chiellini at 38, 39, Thiago Silva. Do you know what I mean? He would have been bringing bloody Maldini to come and play for Spurs at 55. That's what he wanted to do, bring all these old fogies, all these old winners. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he would have probably brought us to see if he can win something. But the truth is, these man, though they're legends and they're great, they're just they're too old. They would have been too old for our club. Now, the one time where we had a bit of stability, which is under Poch. Remember, Poch was at Tottenham for 5 seasons. We showed progress. Whether you like it or not, Tottenham went from a mid-table team, you know, maybe Champions League, maybe not, to finishing 3rd, which I think is respectable in the Premier League season, although we should have finished 2nd. That's the season that Leicester won the league. Then we finished 2nd to Conte's Chelsea when these men went on a crazy run. That's the only reason why we didn't win the league then. And we lost to Liverpool, dodgy decision in the Champions League final. So for me, I want to see progress, and to see progress and to see what Ange Postecoglou is trying to do, it's going to take time. Bro, I know you haven't heard this, so I'm going to drop it to you here, and I'm dropping it to all your people there. Everyone, please make sure you like and subscribe on my bro's channel. When you watch the City game, and this is one of my good friends, Arthur, he dropped this golden nugget, and I was like, rah, and it made me see Postecoglou different. What Postecoglou is trying to do is to get his style of play in the DNA of these Tottenham players. Just like how Arteta has got his style of play so ingrained that it's become second nature. When you watch Tottenham in that first half against City, the difference between Tottenham and Man City is that Man City knew they were able to play instinctively. And because they were able to play instinctively, they were able to reserve energy and pop it around. It was a matter of time when they were going to find the gaps and score. But you could see that the Tottenham players were second guessing. That's why Postecoglou says, I wanted us to play our way, and the man then didn't play our way, because they were second guessing themselves. They're still learning. They still haven't quite trusted themselves within the system. And Postecoglou went and said something. He said, some of these men, they're good players, but maybe they can't play my football. So therefore, over the summer, I might have to make some tough decisions where good players might have to leave. And that is the process that Tottenham is going through. But rest assured, once we bring in the right players and this football becomes second nature, it becomes instinctive football, Tottenham will be sourcing. Postecoglou has proved this everywhere. So that's why I'm saying we got to give him 3 years. And for him to get 3 years, he has to show progress. Right now, he's finished 5th. For Postecoglou to be at my club in season 3, he has to finish higher than 5th next season. Progress. We can't be stagnating. 5th wouldn't be good enough. For me, that would be stagnating, and questions would need to be asked.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't really rate your manager like that. I don't think you guys.
I think he's good, bro.
I don't think you guys are winning anything.
I think he is. I think he is, bro. You know why? Let me tell you why.
I think he's Australian, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like he's the Australian Bielsa, bro. I feel like he's got one way of playing football. I think this guy's gonna get caught out. I'm being real. Like, this is what I think, innit? We'll see.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm mad at that statement.
Your club is not run serious.
Nah, bro. You're chatting rubbish. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you're chatting rubbish. You are Mandem. Yeah, you're from the ends. You're from London. One of the things that you respect yourself is Mandem that work from the ground up. Postecoglou ain't Arteta that played Premier League football, and his first job is one of the best teams in the world. That's not him. He's not Steven Gerrard. You got into managerial job, and you get the big guns. You get Rangers. No. This guy came from Australia, had to prove himself in Australia, had to prove himself in Japan, flew over across the world, proved himself in Scotland, and in his first season, my brother, got bloody 5th in the Premier League. And you want to say you don't rate him? Nah. You can't say that, bro. This guy's gone around the world and he's picking. I
only rate managers, bro.
You know what? Let me tell you what I respect. Any person that's had hard.
Why am I going to rate him? Because he won in Scotland.
Hard knock life. He came up from the ground, bro. I have to respect that.
Yeah, that's all good, but you still got to get it over the line. And for me,
but let's be real. No, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question though?
Are you rating him because of what he did in Scotland?
Bro, I'm rating him because he came from nowhere to be in the Prem. And let's be real, bro. Let's hold tight for a sec. Let's hold on for a second. Because a lot of people tell me Tottenham is dusty, Tottenham is this. Let's take for one moment that Tottenham is dusty. They're dustier than Tottenham. Then the fact that Tottenham finished 5th is impressive, no? I like? Because we're dusty. And let me ask you a question, bro. From what you've seen outside looking in, let's not get too biased. I just want you to give me a global picture. From what you've seen of Tottenham, don't talk about my manager. From what you've seen of Tottenham, has it been that bad?
Not as bad as I thought it would be.
Okay.
At the same time, no, not as bad as I thought it would be. And he hasn't got all his players. That's a fact. He hasn't got all of his players. But it's also a fact that we haven't seen him develop his football style this season. Now, your manager came out and said he wants to see what players work within the system that he wants. The plan A, yeah? That's what he said, right? He said he wants to see what players fits his system. Cool. Next season, he's got to show that he can be more versatile. It's not one way of playing football. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even Arteta had to show that he's able to play a different style of football. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even though he reverted back to plan A, he had to show that he could be a bit more versatile. You want to use that word, yeah? The problem I see here is it's hard for me to rate a manager that won in Scotland because that's not the best metric for me to say, yeah, you're going to bang in the Prem. Gerrard went to Aston Villa. He almost got them relegated. Unai Emery came in and got them back up. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a great metric to be like, yo, you're a bad boy manager because you came from Scotland and you won it. Yeah. Obviously, you still got to win it. I'm not saying you ain't got to win it.
I'm not saying he's a bad boy manager because he came
from. And then on top of that, why I don't agree with you that Tottenham will win a major honour is your club ain't run to win trophies. Your ownership, your ownership spends the bare minimum. Mm-hmm. You guys make the revenue, but your ownership don't want to spend it. So that combined with a manager that we haven't seen be improving in one of Europe's elite leagues, because the Scottish league is outside the top 5 strongest leagues. Yeah, it's still.
I hear what you're saying. Can I say this though? Can I say this though? What you're saying is legit. And this is why, when it comes to football analysis, football talk, you're one of the G's out there. But the truth is, sometimes in football, not everything makes sense. And it's not always about what you see. Because if it was truly about what you see, Nobody, not even you, foresaw that Pochettino was going to do what he did at Spurs. You didn't see it. I'm going to ask you a question right now that is going to prove, and this receipt is something that we can reflect on in the future. Yeah. But we didn't foresee Tottenham becoming the kind of big six, the team that was tearing up, man, the team that finished second Champions League. We didn't foresee that because you didn't rate Pochettino. Nobody rated him. They said he done a good job at Southampton, but no one thought that Pochettino could get it over the line. And let's be real, had it gone another way, it could have been. So I'm going to ask you this question. Do you think, because this is a receipt now, I'm taking receipts from this show tonight. Do you think Pochettino can win the Prem with Chelsea? It's a bloody good question.
Pochettino can win the Prem.
Think about this. Think about this carefully. You think about this carefully, and everyone in the chat, think about this question very carefully. Do you think that Pochettino can win the Prem with Chelsea?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't rate him that highly as a manager.
Bro, because you got Chelsea fans shaking their bum violently at how all of a sudden it's clicked. And I know you've been hearing it. Chelsea fans are saying it's clicked now.
I don't really talk to that many Chelsea fans, but if you're saying that, cool, I'll take your word for it. But I haven't heard it. I don't talk to that many Chelsea fans.
Right. So
but for me, I don't think that manager is that great. I think he looked good at Tottenham because he worked well with what was given. But I never really rated him because I've always kept the same energy. You know that I've always kept the same energy. I don't rate Arteta because he can't get over the line. I rate managers that get over the line. Poch didn't get it over the line. You can say he wasn't supported. He didn't get over the line.
Right.
The same with Mikel Arteta. And then the fact that that club right now, Chelsea at the moment, their recruitment looks all over the place. Their direction looks all over the place. I just don't see him doing anything with Chelsea. I don't see Poch doing anything.
There's a person in the chat. He said his name is, I'm going to go to Gopu Seth, yeah? He said, look at how Chelsea, this is how Chelsea fans are talking. So I'm about to drop the bombshell. He said, look at how Chelsea finished the season. They're going to kick on from here and be in the title race next season. Bare Chelsea fans have been shaking their bum violently because they believe it's clicked. If it's clicked, like these Chelsea men are saying, that means with the way Chelsea finished the season, I agree with that brother right there, Gopu Seth, that these men will be in a title race. You can't now say that these men can't win the league. It would be the most maddest thing to see Pochettino, who was getting cussed, all of a sudden take Chelsea to win the Prem because you said something, because Chelsea are prepared to do what Tottenham weren't. They are prepared to back this guy. If they keep him and don't sack him this summer, because I know he's got a little beef going on in the background, if they keep Pochettino and they bring in the players that he wants, how can we say that he can't take them to win the Prem with all the resources that they have? You can't say that, bro. So the point I'm trying to make is Chelsea could win the league in 2 seasons' time. None of you saw it. But we got the receipt here in 2024. We got the receipt here on the 20th of May, where I asked the question, could Pochettino...
You rate him, I don't rate him. Yeah, we got 10 minutes before we're going to redirect to Deji's channel, and all 3 of us will be on Deji's channel, and we're going to do a show there. We got 10 minutes, yeah? I want to get Fuad into the conversation. Fuad, we've bottled the league. For once in your life, you've actually stuck to your word and turned up after we bottled the league. What's your thoughts on Arsenal bottling the league?
We know, bro. What bottle? I don't. Last year, maybe I could agree. This year, bro, we just slipped up in one game and we took it to the wire, bro. We never bottled it. We slipped up against big time. I criticize Arteta for that, but we took him to the wire. We didn't bottle. Last year we bottled it, but this year we took him to the wire. But we messed up in the Aston Villa game. I don't think we bottled it because we took it. Like if yesterday a bottle is a bottle job is. They got 5 games remaining and they're already celebrating. But yesterday, if West Ham would have made that a miracle and Arsenal won, we would have won the title. So I don't think it's a bottle. But at the end of the day, Arsenal, it was that Villa game that cost us, bro. That's the truth about it, bro. You know, I think if we would have stuck to this system, kept Havertz up front, we would have been crowned champions. We lost the title ourselves, but
forward, if you lost the title yourself, isn't that slightly? Wouldn't you say that is a little bit of a bottle in the sense
no,
of
we messed up. We messed.
you?
You know,
Can I ask you? Because I think you will answer this legitimately. Would you say that this season was probably your best season to have won the league? Like really and truly, when you deep it, everything was going right for you guys. This and then also my second question
I go
is
back. I go back to that. I go back to that Man City game, innit? When we played them in their grounds, like Dedge. That game there, like I was a bit. Even though we went on to win games, that game there was the game when I was a bit hesitant about the title and saying it was there because they were there for the taking. Do you get me? And we never took it. So, it was actually. If you think about it.
So forward, can I just ask? Sorry to keep chiming in, but obviously, man is just trying to work this out. Do you think you can maintain what you guys have done this year, or is that it? Because that is the question. That is when you know if you got it. For me, you were the best team in the Prem this season.
100%.
But would you agree it is kind of Spursy to be the best team and still end up with nothing? That is the definition of Spursy, right? You've done all of this stuff, and in the end, you've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, you know, I can relate to that, but I don't think next season will. Next season, I think next season we'll be there and about. And next season, I hope we win it.
So you don't think?
Which one is it then? Are we going to be there or about? Or we're going to win it?
We're going to win it, bro.
Next season, yeah.
So can
next season? At the end of every season,
I'm not winning next. You know the problem.
All right, can I ask you one more question? Sorry, I know we're going to be
go.
moving over to the other stream. But Northside and forward, can I ask you this? So for me, legitly, I think there's something called mental fatigue. Footballers have it. I think we've seen it in Saka this season, where for a moment he was suffering more from mental fatigue than physical fatigue. Because if it was physical, he wouldn't be able to play. Do you know what I'm saying? And we could see the way he was on the pitch. He just wasn't sourcing right. And I think when I played football, when you're on almost, you expend more energy than when you win. Do you get what I'm saying? In my opinion, how does Arteta pick up the man them from when they've done everything that was required of them? They literally did everything. In fact, I would go as far, Northside, to say forward is right. These men could do no wrong. Arsenal could do no wrong this season, and you still didn't get over the line. So this is not banter. This is me genuinely concerned. How do you get it up for the next season?
Next season, first things first, they need to bring in quality. And listen, like we don't quality, like a striker, a winger, and a top midfielder, another top midfielder.
What happened there?
A top midfielder.
That's what's going to happen to us in the transfer window. We're linked to everyone, and then we fall through. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, they're going to do their business early, Dedge.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, Arsenal.
When do we do our business early, though, Ford?
Yeah, but we need to go out there, buy a striker, buy a winger, and buy a midfielder. Allow defensive players. If you're going to get rid of Zinchenko, get rid of him and bring Kieran Tierney back. Don't spend no more money on defense. We're defensively sound.
Tierney said he doesn't want to come back. He said, his own quote, he said, the only player to go out on loan from Arsenal for a long period of time and come back and make it into the starting 11 was Saliba. He goes, it rarely happens. So I don't think, do you know what? I agree with you. I actually agree with you that we should bring Tierney back. But I think that relationship's been broken, bro. I think he's not.
I see that interview.
I don't blame him, bro. I don't blame him. You've played a midfielder in his position. I don't blame him for thinking you're taking me for a dickhead, bro. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. And to be honest, the only thing I would say is that I do think, and I don't know, it'd be good to hear what everyone in the chat is saying. Good to hear.
We ain't winning the league next season, Deji. 100%.
But can I just say that I think
not with this manager. Not with this manager.
I actually think his treatment of two players has been absolutely disgraceful. I don't remember seeing Tierney have a sniff this season, to be honest. I think how many games did he play? What, 3 or 4 appearances? And his treatment of Ramsdale is absolutely disgusting, because Ramsdale, the season before, when you finished second, by the way, he was calm. And let's be real, Raya, the only difference is Raya was benefiting from the fact that you had Saliba and Gabriel sourcing all bloody season. So you can't even do Ramsdale dirty. Ramsdale has been done dirty. Tierney's been done dirty. I've been told that Tierney is on loan. Where is Tierney? I just think the way they treated Tierney was disgusting.
But it goes to show. No, but you said that about Ramsdale, bro. But a lot of the Arsenal fans, all right, and Northside agree on this, because we're Northside, and you can speak to any Arsenal fan, and Northside's been on panels and bare panels. It's a split when it comes to Ramsdale and Raya, because when Raya went into the team, the first thing they did, all right, was boo him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's what the fans did, because our fan base said some of them are too old. So the first thing they did, and I said, no, you got to back him. And all the fans were booing him. But then, when you think of it, we haven't won at Everton for 7 years, and this guy went in goals and kept a clean sheet there by catching the ball. That hasn't happened for a true game. I mean, normally, what the Everton was beat us on, the long ball, the cross, and this guy, his attribute was just catching the ball. Ever since that Everton game, he had to prove himself to the fans. Well, he never had that, like, that welcoming. Raya didn't have that welcoming. Some of the fans were booing him in the stadium, and when he kept his clean sheet against Man City, and then he kept thinking, bro, if the keeper, and without trying to prove himself to the fans as a player, Ramsdale had all the backing, all that. Ramsdale even had his dad come out crying like a baby, and it put more pressure on Raya, and he still managed to get the Golden Gloves and become one of the best keepers in the Premier League.
This comment here from a Tottenham fan is absolute facts, yeah? Players will start doubting the process.
That's the problem.
This squad, and this is a fact. This ain't even my opinion. This is a fact. Why did Nasri want to leave? Wanted to win stuff. Adebayor was a bit different. He came out and said that the manager wanted to sell him, and he's gone regardless. Van Persie wanted to win things. Fabregas wanted to win things. He came out and said, I'm fed up of looking around, and I'm the one carrying the team, and we're not progressing to win major honours. We've even seen in the Premier League, Wayne Rooney, that was under Sir Alex Ferguson, that was dominating the Premier League, 13 Premier League titles, yeah? Even one season, he said, who we buying? Ambitious players, good players, want to play with good players, and they want their club, they want their team to keep winning. They either want to continuously win, or they want to go to a club that starts winning. You cannot avoid this. So if all these players become good, eventually Saka's going to be looking there and thinking, hold on. Even in a season where man is saying I'm having a bad season, I'm hitting 19 goals. I'm hitting 18, 20 goals. What are these men doing, bro?
No.
Because hold on, the closest to him is Trossard, that is disrespected, comes off the bench, doesn't start every minute, and he's got 17. Good players want to play with good players. That's what they dream about. They don't dream about process. They don't dream about projects. They don't dream about youth projects. They want to play with the best. And this is why eventually Kane moved on. It's the same thing with Tottenham. Modric moved on. Bale moves on. This is not something that is just an Arsenal thing. These are players. Some players are happy not winning anything. Shearer, he could have went to Man United. No, I'll stay. Some players are like that. A lot of players, once they become world class, they want to move on. They want to get to the next level. And this is the problem. It may not be all of them, but it will be enough of them that it will become a problem. Eventually, you need to win major honours, or players they start becoming, because let's keep it real. Not every player that plays for your club is a supporter of your club. Kane was not a Tottenham fan. He was an Arsenal fan. And that's
he left a Tottenham fan.
Huh? Yeah.
He left a Tottenham fan.
Yeah. But then why did he leave your club? Be honest.
He left to get trophies, bro, because everyone had put him under pressure. But this is my beef about
happened at Arsenal.
No, but
so
as
much as Forward wants to come out with give him one more season, yeah. This comment is absolutely facts. You don't know these players personally. There must be a couple of them thinking, hold on, we're not getting over the line. Every time we're competing, my career's going on. I've got a short career. When are we going to get it over the line?
Northside,
And players want to come from Leicester, bro.
but Northside, listen, I understand that and I agree with that because what the reason is, look, the reality is, like, and this is not me speaking about how football work, how football works and how football. This is a fact. What happens in football? The reason behind it is, given what I'm saying, one more season. If they don't deliver, I'll tell you no. This is the reality of it. Saka, Declan Rice, Saliba, all these superstars who we got now will consider leaving Arsenal. Reason behind it is, when Saka goes to England now, Phil Foden will be saying, I've got 3-4 league titles. That's how players work. That's how they tapped up Grealish through Man City players through England. Oh, you coming to Man City? I rumors saying you coming. Yeah, come. You can win a title with us. You can win 2 titles. You can even win the Champions League. So that's how it works. So I know for the reality of football shows, next season, if Arteta don't deliver, I expect the players to leave. I expect it because they're human beings. Do you get me, Dej?
Yeah, bro. I totally.
People don't understand that. A lot of fans don't understand they're human beings. So if Saka wants to leave, if Arsenal, like, do you know what? I'll give them credit. They said you can see they're gonna give it one more pop. These players, Saka and all that. If they don't deliver, Arsenal don't win the league next year, then I expect them to leave, bro. I do.
Yeah.
You got to. It's a fan. It's not. You don't have to be Arteta in, Arteta out. He can leave too. But I'm just saying to you, as a football fan, you got to understand they're young players, and the players of today ain't built like the players of before who will just stay for the sake of staying. They're social media players. They're with the times. You get me,
Yeah.
Dej? They're with the soul. They want to be having photographs on Instagram with the Champions League. They want to be on Instagram with the Premier League. It's 2024. These players are built for that. So I know next season, if Arsenal don't win the title, don't be surprised if Saliba leaves, Gabriel, a lot of them, because they ain't gonna hang about.
Yeah.
That's football. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen if they don't win the league. And Arsenal fans prepare for that. You don't have to be. It's not
agree.
rocket science.
I totally agree.
It's something. They're human beings, bro. They talk to each other. That's what people don't realize. Like, do you know how me and you and Desi are talking now? They do exactly the same thing, bro.
Bro, I mean, I totally agree. And the biggest thing I think, I think Saka is quality, and I would almost go as far as to say that he's got Galactico potential. And if that is the case, then Saka, if you guys don't win anything next season, he could be going to Madrid. He could be going to Madrid. And then your star boy is gone. Because why would he want to hang about? At the end of the day, everyone keeps calling it out. Players want to win. It's all right. It's all well and good to be second, but this is where Northside has a point. Second is not good enough, not for players, because they start to think about their legacy. Do you know what I mean? And do you get what I'm saying? And that is legitimately what it is. And, you know, I think, you know, someone said Galactico is crazy. The truth is, if Saka is the best player at Arsenal and Arsenal finished second, you don't think that Saka's got Galactico potential, Harrison K? Of course he has. Do you know what I mean? And he's going to want to play with the big dogs. That's why Mbappe's left. Mbappe's left because he wants to do big things. He wants to leave a legacy in football. And there's no way Saka is going to want to stay there because he wants to appease the Arsenal fan base. He's ambitious. Do you get what I'm saying? Your best player is ambitious. He wants to win things. He wants to be remembered for the biggest prizes. He wants to be remembered for winning the Premier League. He wants to be remembered for winning the Champions League. And if Arsenal can't give it, then it starts to wobble. And then, Northside, then that statement that I said to you earlier doesn't sound so wild now, does it? It doesn't sound so wild. Because if the players are wobbling, it means you're going to start again, because it means Arteta will have to leave and you're going to have to find the replacement. And we don't know whether the replacement is going to be able to do the same job.
No, I hear that. Listen, we're gonna go to Deji. I can't redirect at the moment. I've pinned the link to his channel right now. All three of us are gonna go over right now. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Big up to everyone commenting, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go over to Deji right now. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the link in the description, so you come join us over there at Deji's channel. And without further ado, familia, we're out, man. We'll see you on Deji's channel right now. Love.